Hi guys, this is #SoccerKalitzStyle. As you know, the show that brings you all the latest in football news and also what is happening tonight. We have the Champions League game that is happening versus PSG and Manchester City. What a feisty game we had in the first half with Marquinhos, the captain of PSG, scoring that wonderful header. It was really a great performance from the PSG side. You could have seen that they were really Manchester City were really the ones who were in trouble when it came to the first couple of minutes, and you could see that
Derek, can you hear me?
Manchester City was really trying to involve whatever they had to on that game. So once the game started, you
It's
could
been
see
an
that
interesting game. PSG, City. It's a nice encounter. The guys are playing very attacking football. Few chances. City also had a chance in the box where they kind of tackled the player there in the box or header. But it looks more like PSG is playing the A game. They're playing very well. And you can see they're playing on the counter. So some good football. Good Champions League football. I don't know what everyone's take is on the game, but as far as I know, I think PSG is dominating this game. They're playing very well. It's just that final ball to Mbappe or to Neymar. A lot of fouls on Neymar in this game, which we all can expect. He's a skillful player. So he's trying to drag a couple of players, suck in two players, and then he can deliver that final ball. But it's a great encounter. Playing this awesome City squad. I think now in the last couple of minutes, Foden, normally you would see him on the left hand side, but I think Pep is pushing him on the right hand side more. Um, for me, the better team in the first half, I would say PSG. Although you could see that City also had a lot of possession, but they could not capitalize on the counter. So PSG for me, it's just now and then when PSG had that final ball and they couldn't slot in the ball into the box or onto a player, but PSG for me. In the first half, we might see a better side from City second half because I'm sure Pep is gonna talk very hard in the dressing room now. What is at stake? That they need to at least get a away goal or two away goals would do them good because PSG away is also a good squad. They've been proving that the whole Champions League that they can play away and also take points like they did against Bayern Munich as well, where they scored away goals. So away goal is vital at this time. That is my take on the first half. I think why City can't get over the line, it's all mentality. It's all if they really want to push for the Champions League because this is one trophy that they still want to win. It's been now how many seasons now? They've been always playing quarterfinals and then semi-finals now, obviously. So it all come down to mentality. So if they, I mean, they should learn from their previous mistakes and from the previous Champions League games where they played in the quarterfinals. In the Champions League, it's a knockout stage, so you need to. Most vital thing is to score away goals and win at home. So they need to do this. They're gonna benefit from away goals. So we all know City on the day they can show up. They can play the A game like we witness every weekend or week in the English Premier League. They can hurt teams. But on the other hand, you have a great PSG side as well. So PSG is on revenge, so they want to go full out for the Champions League. They want to play finals again, and they want to win it this time. So yeah, if City is clever enough, they might just try and block out the important players of PSG, which is Mbappe and Neymar. So yeah, they must just close these players down with the quality that they have. So that's the reason why they can't like progress City, because in order to win this Champions League, you need to win these type of teams in the Champions League. You need to win the big teams. They've actually played a few teams which was strong, but I mean this is like a big squad they're facing. So yeah, to get over the line, yeah, they need to win PSG and hopefully go all the way in the finals and try and win it. Yes, this trophy is long overdue. I mean, it's much longer for PSG than for City, because City only entered Champions League in the mid 2010, from 2010 onwards. So PSG has been playing in the Champions League much longer, and obviously they also want to win another Champions League. They've won it before, I think, but I mean in this era they want to win this trophy for PSG because they have the type of players to do so. They have the attacking players. They have one of the finest players in the world. So, I mean, it's either City or PSG. It will be a great thing for City. Yeah, I can't wait now for the second half. Let's see what City can do. Hopefully, they can snatch a away goal. I would definitely would like to see a all English final, but yeah, let's see what City does. Based on that question from Facebook, the reason is I think it's consistency and mentality, like I said before, um, to the person who made a comment. So if you look at City over the years, they've been playing very well in the league, but obviously Champions League, it's a different story. They've got a coach now, so it all comes down to the players. They need to show up. They need to show what they're capable of. They've got the quality and they've got all the resources they have. They have money. They have the players. The likes of Phil Foden coming through the ranks now. So they must just push on and try and win these games. It's just important as the league is, because we know in the league they are already running away with the Champions League. But yeah, they just need to push on. There's more questions, guys. You are open to ask questions here on this platform. Mbappe and Neymar. I think Neymar is. There was rumors. There was also transfer talk with Fabrizio always posting these things on social media. I think Neymar is gonna sign a long-term deal. I'm not too sure about Mbappe. Mbappe hasn't commit to a new contract, but I think if they win the Champions League, it might be that Mbappe will stay. But I mean, there's big clubs like Real Madrid that's interested, Barcelona. But with the current pandemic, funds is kind of scarce with these big clubs, because they also don't have 200 million or 100 million to get these players. So it's important that PSG have to sign these guys up for long term in order to keep PSG above a lot of teams in the Champions League, because like I said, they won the Champions League. They want to win it. They probably bored of winning the French league. Also don't think they're gonna win the French league this season. But they need to sign these guys. But yeah, I think Neymar is committed, but I think Mbappe is a bit of a doubt, because There hasn't been any talks of him signing long term. Daniel Elk or Eck, um, look, he made it clear he wants to take over Arsenal Football Club. He's got the resources, got the money. He also has the back of the three legends, Vieira, Bergkamp, and Henry. But Krunke made it clear the club is not up for sale. So yeah, it's a tough one. And I mean, my understanding is that end of the day, you're just gonna anger more fans, like they did the protesting now recently. So Krunke needs to make a decision, and obviously he's running a lot of other teams in the US. To have Daniel on board, that means he's a long life supporter of Arsenal Football Club. It will be a good thing to have fresh CEO and someone who would really invest in the club and that will look after the club. I think De Bruyne is still there is still quality from De Bruyne. Um, the best is yet to come. I think second half now he must just open up more and show us what he normally does in the league. Those deadly passes running through the midfield, but it's difficult. There's a lot of good quality from the PSG squad. So let's see. Maybe De Bruyne will rock up in this game and show the world again why he's known to be the best midfield in the world. So City must just win the Champions League. That's the only way they're going to become an elite team. We know in the English league they are elite. They've spent big money on big players. They won the league now many times. I think they're going for the sixth time now. So in the league they are good, but in terms of worldwide, in terms of these championships, Champions League and big trophies, they are not elite yet because in order to be elite, you need to win the biggest trophy on the biggest stage. So yes, they are a big squad, but win the Champions League, then we can call you elite team. The reason why Sterling is struggling so much this season it is because look, the uprise of Phil Foden. Phil Foden is basically covering Sterling's position. So and Mahrez also is playing very well at the moment. So Pep is just using the best quality that he has, the guys that is currently on form. I see Gabriel Jesus is also getting a lot of play time. So yeah, it is kind of it's really interesting to know you have players like the likes of Sterling on the bench because I mean the second squad could easily play in the league as well. My top four predictions, Premier League predictions, is City obviously going first, winning the title. Then Man United. I think Leicester's gonna go down. The past couple of games, it all depends also on the FA Cup form. If they win there, if they're gonna spur on and win the last couple of games out. But I think they might go down. They've been showing this last season as well. That will give an opportunity for Chelsea to move third or fourth. West Ham is the shock of the season. I won't say shock because they've been in really good form. They've been trying to get that Champions League spot. So I could see West Ham going fourth. So it's City, United, Chelsea, and West Ham. If not West Ham, then Liverpool can still see and try and get in that fourth position. But I think that's going to be my top four Premier League predictions, depending on the games. And obviously, Chelsea's got a difficult run in the last couple of games. I think the European Super League I think it's done and dusted. Um, Obviously, there's still three teams that wants to take part of this, but you cannot run a league with only three teams. You need about 20 teams in order to keep this thing going. And obviously, it's big money. They make a big mistake now to start that Super League So like you guys have probably seen how many teams have moved. They moved on and they don't want to take part of this because obviously they will be banned from playing Champions League in the league and also international. So yeah, I think Devon is a Devon is a Man United supporter. As far as I know, I know Devon is a United supporter. I've asked him previously. I think he's a United supporter, die-hard United supporter. There's a lot of United supporters out there, but surely this man he supports the Red Devils. You can always join the Arsenal Football Club, but I don't know. I'm gonna see and try and convince him to join Arsenal. There we go. The man is a United supporter, like I said. It's very difficult to change the United supporters' minds. I think so. This is the game that we wanted. We wanted to see a game where there's so much hype in the Champions League. So yeah, it's a nice encounter for our football fans, and we want to see this type of matches also in the finals. My wish is that it's an all English final, but it looks like PSG is showing that they want to be in the finals. But let's see. Oh, that's a bad decision. The referee. Yeah, Chelsea, I think. Yeah, Chelsea is like the surprise package of the Champions League. Everybody wrote them off against Porto, and they won against Porto. They made their way all the way to the semis, and now also yesterday they had a draw against. Who did they play yesterday? They played against Madrid. I know Madrid is the Champions League squad, so Madrid is not gonna just let it slide and let Chelsea go to the bridge and with a away goal. Madrid playing in the Champions League is a different animal, so you can expect a good game also at Stamford Bridge with Real Madrid and Benzema firing. Thank you to that person who made a comment. We always try and get news and information, and also now with the Watchalong. Yeah, the page is growing. I think Derek would say the same thing. It's just the support of everybody that will make it much better. And we football fanatics, and we just like to give the people what they want. Madrid is a yes, Madrid is a team that can definitely win the title. They are Champions League team, so yes, of course. Oh, I just saw there De Bruyne wanted to do a bicycle kick and went over the post. I think there's no doubt about it. Even though he's injured or even though he's out, I think Robert Lewandowski definitely last year couldn't win it due to COVID, but they must give this man the Ballon d'Or this year. He's been showing us season in and out. He's a top player. I think he well deserved the Ballon d'Or. I would also see the likes of maybe Haaland in there as a youngster. But yeah, Robert Lewandowski. I don't think there's a lot of people that's going to disagree because this guy really deserves to win the Ballon d'Or this year. The next player to go in the Hall of Fame. Um, I wish I can say some of the Arsenal legends, but I think a guy that everybody never talks about, and he's been playing for a team for such a long time, and he scored the most goals for the club. It's Wayne Rooney. I don't think a lot of people talks about Wayne Rooney, but if you look at Wayne Rooney's records in the English Premier League, this guy has been the highest scoring Man United player. He deserves even a statue at United because he has won so many things at United, and you cannot forget what this man did for Man United Football Club. Um, a lot of people will say David Beckham or Ryan Giggs or Roy Keane or so, but they always forget about Wayne Rooney and what he did, especially playing for the English national squad. So I would say Wayne Rooney definitely. I don't think Neymar's quiet. I think Neymar is trying to win the midfield on his own, but it's kind of difficult play against City. Just watching now, yeah, what's opportunity in the box, City. Cross by Walker, they clear the ball. Um, like I said, Mbappe and Neymar, if they win the Champions League, they're gonna continue staying at PSG. But Mbappe is a doubt. They want to have him. Like I think Real Madrid are interested, but I'm not too sure how much millions they're gonna spend on him because he's a 200 million player at the moment currently. Yeah, City just scored now. So that's a away goal, which is vital going into the second leg. Kevin De Bruyne. That's why I said Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is the man. He's the main man for City. That's why he's the best in the world. I think this year what makes them different in the team of last season, they've learned from the mistakes last season, so they're not gonna allow that again. And they brought in more players, quality players. There's a lot of young players as well. So defensively they're much better. You can see they're not allowing teams to score or they ain't conceding any goals anymore. So they want to try win as much as possible in every game. Um, but now they're in trouble against City because City's got that away goal. I won't say they're in trouble, but I mean, if City scores another one now, then you can expect City to have a good tough encounter with them at the Etihad Stadium. Yeah, I'm just watching now some of the part of the second half. City looks like they wanna take the game towards PSG. I mean, this is a good game. This is what we want to watch. This is what we want to see. Some great football. I would like to know who's the City supporters and who's the PSG supporters, because sometimes when a team wins or when a team wins a league or so, there's just people popping up out of nowhere becoming supporters of a club. So it would be interesting to know who is the City supporters and who's the PSG supporters. Yeah, I also think the instant fans because um, over the past couple of years, I've noticed when a team wins, then there's all of a sudden just new supporters, guys that supports the team that wins. So it's either you support one team or you just watch football. That's my take on things. But I don't think there's a lot of City fans that could even share with us the history of Man City or so, unless they just joined
Put it
from
top five.
2010 onwards. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good to support City now, but
So
come
20
on,
basics.
you need to understand the history of the football and what this team can bring in the next 10 years or 20 years, what it is built on. Because most of the top four teams, they are built on history and passionate supporters like the Liverpools and Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham. But as an English supporter, English football supporter, I like to see the English squads moving far in these type of tournaments or in the Champions League or Europa League, because it's just proving again that this is the best league in the world. So this is no disrespect to any other leagues, but the English Premier League is very tough, and one week you can play in the Champions League, you can be winning, and then you play against a relegated team in the English Premier League, then you lose. So just showing how difficult it is to be playing in the English Premier League and why it's called the best league in the world. That is my take on that topic. I hope Kevin De Bruyne takes a free kick now. Hopefully he can score.
You.
Brilliant stuff. Mares, brilliant. That definitely gives them the advantage. What a goal. Brilliant goal. Remember, this guy came from Leicester City. Now he's playing in a City squad. He's coming from a champions team to another champions team. So what a goal! That's why it's difficult for Raheem Sterling to get into the squad, because Mahrez is a good player. He's good on the left hand side, on the right hand side, cutting into the left. So yeah, wow, what a goal! I think they must spin down Riyad Mahrez for another 5 years. This guy is, we all know what he did at Leicester City, so he's a good player up front and with all these qualities up front.
So this is City, guys. Playing. Seems like Kevin De Bruyne has just got injured there. Roderick has just left us quickly for a couple of minutes. As I'm looking at this headers that the Marquinhos and Kevin De Bruyne they just compiled against each other there for that header. But City has really taken this game by the scruff of the neck. You could really see that City is on top in this game, and that the PSG guys have no answers for Manchester City at this point of time. There's Neymar getting really frustrated there. Pulling down the defender of City. Um, in the inside of the penalty area, you could see that this is a real frustration that is kicking in now in the game of Manchester City and PSG. This is the game that we've all been waiting for. All the hype has been about PSG and Neymar doing his best, and also Mbappe doing his best to upset the current form. But as Roderick has said, Manchester City looks like a different beast at this time of the game. Manchester City really look like a different team that is willing to go for the Champions League. As we all know, that there's a lot of pressure on Pep Guardiola to deliver this specific um, trophy cabinet to Manchester City fans, as Manchester City fans are getting used to the trophy right now, and they're getting used to the Premier League. But um, the Champions League is a totally different game. As you can see, Kevin De Bruyne is really in the mood tonight. They can't take the ball off him. Mahrez and Foden. Oh, what a header there by Phil Foden. He almost made it 3 on the night for Manchester City versus PSG. This game is really starting to heat up right now. The first half was quite a dull affair, but as you can see, Manchester City has really taken the scruff by the neck, and it doesn't seem like PSG has answers for them. Mbappe is out of the game. You can't see any of the plays that Mbappe is really showing tonight, because I think they have a great game plan. Ruben Diaz is on him, that is just watching him the whole time. And you can also see Di Maria has tried to do some wigglings. Neymar has been quiet this whole game. Up to his standards, we know what Neymar can do, but tonight he's not that good. Marco Verratti is also trying his best to do what he can to solidify the competition, but you can see there's no scruff in the neck. And tonight's game, and as we wait for Roderick quickly to return, I just want to discuss the new Europa Super League. I know all of us still have some questions about the Super League. What I can just say is that um, the Super League is not going away anytime soon, because there's a lot of heavily money has been invested in this. And as my friend Ruan is telling us now here on the comment section, that it's an all English final. Listen, Ruan, I'm also looking forward to an all English final, my man. It would be great to have all the English teams there, especially Chelsea and Manchester City. I think it would be a repeat of the semi final in the FA Cup, which is really a great thing, and it will be a great thing for Thomas Tuchel, since he's just taken over from Chelsea, to be in a final like that. Remember, if I just have to take a dig quickly at Manchester United, he has been there for a while now. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but he hasn't brought them into any finals as of yet. And as you can see, that Thomas Tuchel he just took over the team, and they're starting to show progress. Even though Timo Werner is still misfiring and all these sorts of things, I still think there's a space for him. So yeah, Rowan, as you said, my friend, I'm also looking forward to an all English final. This would be a great one for the to promote the product, and just to show that there's still space out there for the English teams. As Liverpool has went off the boil this season. I just want to answer another question there by one of our Facebook users. It's advantage City, yeah, Devon, as you can see. that there's been an injury right there to Gundogan right now. I hope this guy didn't get hurt too much because he's really been integral to City's performance this season. So as you can see in the midfield, there was a serious tackle on Gundogan right now, and I hope that won't be anything serious. And as I'm taking it back now, Roderick is gonna is
Sorry for
joining us
that.
again with the stream.
I'm
So yes,
having some
Roderick,
issues getting
over to
online,
Roderick.
so I won't be able to continue watching the game, but I can still check the score lines. So 2-1 City. I think City is gonna go all the way to the finals. That is my take. Man City to the finals, definitely. Seeing that they play away now and they're going with the 2-1 lead into I agree on that comment. I think it's gonna be an all English final. That is all dependent on Madrid. So City definitely they're gonna go all the way to the finals. It would be really nice to see City play against Chelsea again because they played in the FA Cup final. So for City to play in the Champions League, you're definitely gonna obviously see a different type of City squad.
So, guys, I think we just lost Roderick again there. As you can see, there's a red card for Ghana or for the tackle on Ilkay Gundogan. I don't really know what's actually happened there, but I see Potts has made some changes. He brought on Mr. Diallo just to solidify the midfield there because they are losing the game in the midfield. I think this was a tactical approach from Potts that he should have used a long time ago, just to bring back some solidity in the midfield
Ilkay.
because there's nothing seriously going on in the mid right now. As we have Roderick returning with us here, I'll give it over to him.
I will definitely watch the last bit of highlights of the game, as I have some technical issues watching the game currently. But yeah, you guys can just keep me updated. I think City's gonna see out this game. They're gonna park the bus maybe now, and see this game out 2-1, or if they can score one more, that would even be a bonus for them to see out the game. So yeah, may City win this one and be in the finals. So they brought on Diallo. I wonder if I'm not too sure if Andre Herrera is playing for PSG tonight. Actually, didn't see him. It's either Verratti or Rabiot in the midfield, and Neymar obviously. For me, a great player in the PSG squad is Marquinhos. He's a brilliant player. So he's currently one of the top defenders in the world. So yeah, that he's a good captain, good leader. Obviously, having Thiago Silva playing the last season and the season before that. But yeah, they probably missed that type of experience at the back as well. Also with Kimpembe at the back, also a young player. I think PSG, I've heard a lot of stories. I think they would really like and try and sign Lionel Messi. I think if they would have Lionel Messi up front with him, that's going to be obviously the best front trio in the world. If they would get Messi up front, I don't think any other teams would compete defensively against the three of them because you will have pace, you will have um, flair, and you will have a guy that can dribble through a whole squad or a whole team. So yeah, if they can sign Lionel Messi, I think it's gonna take a lot of money to get Lionel Messi over to PSG. But yeah, if they can get him, the other player, if they can get Haaland, or I don't think they would possibly get Haaland, but a young player as well would do. Imagine you see Lewandowski playing for PSG with Neymar and Mbappe up front. Another player you don't want to have up front, but Messi is the main target. Yeah, Reda's on. I think they were supposed to start Areda because he's a good midfield player. He can hold up the ball, also in the midfield, and allow Neymar to play his game as a counter attack, as a attacking midfielder. You need that solid type of midfielder, box to box play in the midfield against a City squad. Because that is what City is doing. They have De Bruyne, sometimes they have Fernandinho. Torres. I'm not too sure why he's not playing, but I think this Pep made his team clear to everyone. What you can see the way he set up. Um, he wants to each player that PSG has with the quality also plays a good player from the City squad in that position. So Ferran Torres, yeah, I've seen a few league games where Torres played. He's a good player, but currently the guys who's in form in the league, they are playing actually now in the Champions League as well. So if you can give Ferran Torres a couple of games still in the league, then obviously you will get the best out of him. It also took the likes of Laporte also a while to get back in the team. There's Mendy as well, because you look at Stones and Ruben Diaz, they've been solid the whole season. So these guys are getting the opportunities, depending on the games they play as well. So um, Sterling is now on the bench. Jesus is the Aguero. I mean, they're supposed to use Aguero, but I don't think Pep wants to use Aguero now. Speaking about him, I think that would be a good signing for Barcelona if they can get Aguero playing with Messi. But I also don't know what will happen to Coutinho, because Coutinho is there. They have the likes of Dembele. There's Ansu Fati, the young player. So they have a lot of good young players there as well. So Aguero would just add more experience to that squad. Um, I think that is one of his dreams to play next to Messi because they play in the national league for in the national team for years. So it'll be a good move for him. But we all want to see Aguero still in the league because he's still got like a big record of scoring goals in the league. So he can become a legend in the league if he stays in the league. That's expected. Neymar's gonna make sure there's a couple of guys getting yellow cards because that's his game plan. He's trying to make sure that the players going the second leg that they only get one yellow and then it's a red card. So he's got quick feet, so you need to be careful when you play against Neymar because he's got that flair that somebody's got that step overs. So he's gonna try anything to manipulate the players. Neymar could actually have reached his potential in the La Liga, but he was overshadowed by Messi at that time. So he always had this thing of he wants to become the best player in the world. I think that can only happen once Ronaldo and Messi steps down or retires. Then all the spotlight and all the world is gonna be watching Neymar also going into the World Cup. Neymar's still young. He wants to be a World Cup winner so badly, and he also wants to win the Ballon d'Or. So there's still a lot for Neymar to do if he wants to become the best player in the world. And he will reach his full potential once he's commits to a team where they build a team around him. So like the likes of PSG, there is players that can play around him, but they lack still a couple of positions where they need quality players. They have currently a good squad, but yeah. Rodri, I don't think he's underrated. It's just that not a lot of people see what this guy does on the pitch and how much effort he puts in, how much work he does on the pitch. Rodri reminds me of N'Golo Kante. Look what Kante did yesterday. He was all over the pitch. Not a lot of people watch Kante, what he does, how hard he works. So it's these type of players that you need in a squad that makes a team work and take the team forward. So yeah, he's underrated to a lot, but I wouldn't say he's underrated. It's crazy to think the big teams are not in the semi-finals, like the big teams, the likes of Liverpool, the likes of Bayern Munich. Who else is there? Normally in the if you look at over the years, Barcelona, Juventus, those teams, it's crazy. I don't think Pochettino set up a wrong team for this game. It was just that City is a better squad. End of the day, even though they sit back and they were waiting for those chances and they capitalize, and that is what wins you games. So it is based on the opportunities you get on the pitch. End of the day, so if PSG um, use their players well and the players would have just taken their opportunities, then obviously they can actually win the game. So yeah, Pochettino's team is solid. I think um, it's all just depending on the players what they do on the day. I see we're going into extra time. So if PSG can score at least now, then it's game on at the Etihad. But 2 goals advantage, away advantage, that is a bonus. It's a good thing for City. I see a lot of comments of Man City. People saying now they 1 foot in the finals. I wouldn't say yet because yes, it is an advantage, but can you play that well at home as well? Because
So guys, I think we seems to have lost Roderick there right now. I'm just gonna take you through these final few minutes. Perhaps Roderick is gonna join us again. I think he still has experiencing some technical issues, but as you can see, PSG is just trying to play the ball now here and there, trying to take the sting out of the game. Um, but I don't think it's gonna work. I think we have Mr. Roderick back with us, who's gonna take us through these last few moments of the game. I think we had a
yes, to
technical issue
whoever
there.
was joining, thank you once again. And yeah, there's some issues on my side, technical issues, but I'm gonna try and work it out next time. Yeah, Derek, thank you once again. I'm gonna watch the highlights again because I missed the last 20 minutes, but I'm sure it was a nice encounter with the two teams. Um, yeah, City, I think they got it all to do at the Etihad, and PSG unfortunately they lost this evening's game, but yeah, good for the English squads, and the English teams might make it all the way to the finals. The same goes tomorrow night. Also, don't miss out on the Europa League tomorrow. There's also two English teams. One is one of the teams that I support, Arsenal, and obviously all the United supporters are also looking forward for their game. Yeah, good match, and yeah, we will be giving our player ratings tomorrow on this game. And thank you everyone that was tuned in and that made comments. We're looking forward for the next Watchalong. Thank you, Derek. I'll be catching up with you later. And that's adios from me, guys. Have a good evening and speak to you again tomorrow.
Thank you guys. That's Roderick. I'm just signing out. I'm just gonna take you through these last few couple of minutes of the game. As you can see, Roderick had some few technical issues there. There's a shout there for some sort of a foul on these last few minutes. But I just think, according to us, this has been the game has really lived up to what it's supposed to live up to. It's been a nice game to watch. Thank you everyone again from my side, from SoccerKalitzStyle side, for joining in on this live stream, watching it with us. And thank you for also integrating with us and also leaving your comments. We really appreciate it. Thank you to every one of the Soccer Colored Style members. As you know, we are all football fanatics. We love football. Doesn't matter which team is playing. We do have our own teams which we support and which we love. But yeah, as things go, that's the end of the game. And that's the end of the broadcast. I thank everyone very much for joining in, and join us tomorrow again for our player ratings. That's hashtag Soccer Colored Style signing out.